Oh, wow. Yeah. That initial turn in, that's a dramatic difference.
Yeah.
Just on the sway.
Hey, Tommy, what are we in here today?
2016
F550?
Thor Chateau Super C.
GBW is
19,500. So this coach belongs to your cousin.
Yep.
And we're doing a road test now. We're gonna be putting KONI FSD shocks on it. So these are pretty newly developed shocks. I think new in the last like 6 months or so. It's the 8805, 1111, and 1112. It's the part numbers.
Very cool.
And
what's cool about working on this rig is that her folks are all passed on now. My dad's sister, so is my aunt and uncle. They were some of the first people that we ever did SuperSteer parts and pieces on. He had a Luna Light Holiday Rambler on a P32 Chevy chassis, and I know we worked on it quite a bit. And I remember that motorhome mostly, but so this is a family that we've been dealing with them, and they're my cousins for a long time on RV improvement. So it's kind of cool getting to test out her Super C here today.
yeah, that's cool carrying that on.
Yeah, starting to head out Wood River Road. It's pretty long wheelbase. Got some rock out of that one.
A little bit of rocking. So this coach is not stock. This is a rear-wheel drive. It's not a four-wheel drive. So it's got a Safety Plus steering control on it. It's got our SS401 rear track bar.
Yep.
And it does have the Roadmaster front and rear sway bars on it.
It does.
A little bit of choppiness there.
Yeah.
It's not the smoothest ride.
Nope. So leaf spring on the rear and
Coil on the
coil
front.
on the front.
Yeah, these do tend to ride kind of rough on the back, especially that leaf spring rear end. It seems like they're usually pretty stiff. How's that steering feel?
That's pretty good.
I don't know that I've driven. I've only ever driven a 4x4 one of these, so I've not driven one with the Safety Plus on it or our rear track bar, because most of them have a, the front axle currently can't accept a Safety Plus if it's a 4-wheel drive, and on the back, a lot of them use a different rear axle, so you can't put a rear track bar on. At least not one that we have developed yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good little bounce. Yeah.
It's got a pretty good overhead cab on it. That overhang on the front, you kind of feel it pushing down on that front end. It moves back and forth on the
Yeah. It's interesting riding in this thing compared to my E450. You almost feel more cramped in the cab in this thing. It's like you kind of sit down in here and you're surrounded.
And chose this road because it does have a lot of off-camper stuff on it.
Yeah, you don't have to go real fast to really feel that, which is nice because you don't really want to go real fast. Oh yeah, just a little bit of excess up and down movement in it.
It's got a 45 mile an hour speed limit on this road, which is usually still sets up a lot of movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Definitely. Oh yeah. Definitely getting some chatter there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we're going to be under any illusions of how, miraculously smoother it'll be with just a shock change. Those springs are pretty stiff back there, but I am hopeful a lot of that chatter, that kind of thing, we'll be able to quiet down.
And without that track bar and sway bar, Safety Plus, this thing would definitely be a handful.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not feeling too much in the way of rocking and rolling. The sway bars are definitely helping that, but you just feel kind of excess bounce. Not really porpoising, but just the bounce.
Yeah, I would consider doing a heat treat of the sway bar on this stuff. I think it would definitely help it.
Yeah.
At least on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
It almost, to me, driving this thing reminds me of driving a pickup with a camper on it, the way it feels. The way it feels, That's what it reminds me of, right?
Yeah. I mean, the chassis, it is just kind of like a beefed up pickup, right?
Yeah.
F550. All the way up to F600, if you look at the front end, it's very similar to the front of like an F250 or F350, then just a stout leaf spring, multi-leaf pack in the back. Once you jump up to the F650, that's when it's like the U-Haul trucks. That's a straight axle. They go to a different front end. Yeah, just a little bit of that kind of overshoot bounce kind of thing.
She had a pretty long wheelbase too.
Yeah,
which but it is a pretty long wheelbase.
It's probably helping. We would have more porpoising if it were shorter. It's a lot like my E450. That kind of reminds me of it. Mine's as long as they come too, and it's kind of more just that bounce.
That's how it feels. So it's similar kind of a sensation.
In terms of the, yeah, just the where the shocks are.
That feels a little like the tires or sidewalls are swerving pretty good around there.
Yeah, well, this has 19.5s on it. So.
Yeah, you could use a little bigger spoiler on the front on that kind of a corner. Which would help.
Yeah.
Sudden wind blast and stuff like that.
Right. Still some roll there. Yep. I'm thinking the shocks will probably help with that too. That initial turn in, because those things felt pretty stout.
Just say that
on the arm dyno.
This is typically a pretty smooth road. You can still feel the
it's not right now.
Abrasive ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not what I would call a smooth riding coach.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I like that power stroke. Oh yeah, there you get some chatter. Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, and I don't know what mileage, but how fast it was going through. I think it was like 35 probably.
Yeah, 30, 35. It's a good little test. Oh yeah. There you felt some sway on turn in there. Tire sidewall flex.
Yeah, that feels pretty loosey on the sidewall flex.
Yeah. They're fairly stout tires too.
Yeah, they are. 110-pound rating.
Yeah.
This feels kind of loose. You know what I mean? See how much I'm moving the steering wheel.
Right.
That's a lot of flex in those sidewalls.
Yeah. You think it's all sidewall, or you think any of that is just that front end kind of have a little squirm in it? Because I know we've looked at that before.
Some of that. Could be some of that too. How good the track bar is on these.
Well, that's something we've looked at quite a bit. How that ball joint pivots. All right. Yeah, you can definitely feel that coming from the rear suspension, that kind of chatter.
Yeah.
Definitely glad we got a safety plus on there.
Yeah.
That's what I really have wished we could put on the 4x4 F550s and F600s I've driven.
Yeah, I'm surprised safety plus haven't.
They're working on it. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of like the whole thing was kind of
floating and
floating. Yep. Yeah, kind of delayed response there.
Yeah.
You turn and then something happens.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
A lot to smooth this ride, world.
Now. Yeah, this really kind of a delayed response. Curious how that steering center point feels now, because I'm really glad that you can do a safety plus on this, because what I remember from the other ones of these that I've driven is that you really have kind of a numb spot on center with it. That's just in the gear or what, but the safety plus really helps give a more positive center point to it. Oof, yeah.
You can feel it, though.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of, a heavily loaded pickup. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay,
Camper.
yeah.
The way it kind of slams down.
Right.
Up against that weight. I
Yeah.
think that's a different sensation than Class A.
Definitely, yeah. Glad it's got the track bar on the back.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a lot more loose.
Yeah, the wheels being out in front of you too, more on one of these as well. Whereas a Class A, you're more sitting over the outside.
Yeah, it's a different sensation. I mean, I would think that in general having the wheels in front of you is going to make it a little more, I don't say car-like, but just more what you would be used to versus sitting on top of them. Yeah, I'm really anxious to see what these companies do for it.
Yeah.
I would say there is significant room for improvement, both in ride quality and control. All right, well, we made it back from our initial test drive.
Overall, it's definitely not bad driving for what it is. But yeah, there's room for improvement.
Yeah, I mean, I like the truck cab. I like the power, and I could definitely see with
seats are comfortable.
Seats are comfortable. Yeah, you got
ratio's fairly quick. I'm sure.
It's not. It's not too bad for that. Yeah, and then, I mean, I could see a 4x4 too. Why somebody would want to have four-wheel drive. That would, you know, I don't think it would help the drivability any, because you won't be able to, at least today, put a safety plus on it.
No.
But having that also is definitely an added benefit of four-wheel drive. So, all right, well, let's get some shocks on this thing.
Sounds good, Tommy.
Front shocks on these are similar to an E450, but a lot nicer for access. Getting our driver's side shock in. You would normally think you'd want to get the top in first and pull the shock down. This being a twin tube, they're more work to extend than to compress. If you were doing a monotube shock right now, this would be a much different process. I can tell you, as an installer, I would much rather be working with twin tubes. But that's just me. That good and snug. Yep, good on the top. There's our old shock. Thinking we'll be able to get both improved ride and control with these KONIs. Bottom tightened down now. Alright, with that, got our new shocks on in the back. Got our 8805 1112s installed, so my dad's got these in. He's a little snug against that sway bar bracket. Boy, you'd have a hard time fitting a bigger shock in there. You can see where he had to struggle a little bit getting on the top. He made sure, this is our SS401 track bar. We had some loose fasteners on this, so he got those snugged down. That's been on there for, well, probably close to 10 years. Along with the rear sway bar. Yeah, all of these were loose, so got those snugged down. It's got the Roadmaster rear sway bar. This is an old one with the that gold colored finish on it, but it's still doing its job. All right, with that, we'll get back on the road for a follow-up test. I'm excited to see how this thing does. All right, well, got our shocks installed.
Okay.
Wasn't too bad of a process on it.
No. A little tricky with the exhaust up and down there and wiring in the way, but not too bad though.
Yeah. And you did find some issues on the back, right?
Yeah.
So that rear track bar.
Jam that was loose. I could see the rusty witness marks and where it had been rusting and working. So, and then the jam bolts were just a little bit loose too.
Okay.
So that's a positive thing they found, and then
Yeah.
and then you took care of some wiring, rat's nest down there.
Yeah.
So all these
Yeah.
extra connectors that go nowhere.
Yeah, I think prevented some problems later down the line. Then yeah, that track bar having that jam nut tightened down should help it work better. I feel like we're not getting as much excess movement down here.
No, we're not.
You feel like you notice a difference
Yeah,
there?
I did. Yeah, definitely for sure. It's a pretty good bump strength there.
Yeah.
It's pretty stable.
Yeah, yeah, that recovered pretty nicely
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Okay, we got some sway going out of here too. So here we go.
Wow,
Yeah, it recovered a lot better.
that was a dramatic difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
And it seems like less road noise already. To me, it's less chatter. Quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot less
Yeah.
of that bounce.
Yeah, it's a much big improvement.
Yeah. Yeah, on the ride quality, I feel like it's about as much as I expected. Like it's not I wouldn't say it's a night and day difference, but it's definitely improved there.
Yeah.
But the stability though.
Yeah.
Stability is a huge improvement.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree. Anytime you can improve the stability and improve the ride quality, that's a positive.
Oh yeah. I mean honestly, anytime you can improve stability without hurting the ride quality really is a win.
Definitely.
And I think we've done better than that.
Yeah.
So nice job, KONI.
Yeah. Great for improvement on the sway bars, which we talked about that, but
Right.
this really helped it overall. Yeah, nice. Coming around that corner too is more stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
That's dramatic.
It took a lot of that, like, heavily loaded pickup camper feeling out of it.
Yeah. You're pushing it a little more now than you were.
Oh, yeah.
More confidence now.
Yeah.
Still a little firm through there still.
Yeah.
But
That's
it
okay.
is quieted. It's
Yeah,
it's not as sharp.
that's right. Very nice improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving right along. It's just not giving me that switching.
Yeah, that. Mm-hmm.
I don't really feel it coming off the rebounds bumpers, off the overload springs back there as much.
Yeah. Before it was kind of launching you a little bit.
Yeah.
Much more stable through here. Yeah, I think she's gonna be happy with it. Excited to hear some feedback from her after she put some miles on it.
I think it turned out better than I expected.
Yeah. Same here. I mean, I think even the ride is it. I would say it's maybe a 15% improvement on ride quality, and like at least like a 35% improvement on stability.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I'd say that's pretty conservative. It's
Yeah.
at least that, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling like front ends washing on it as much.
Yeah. I mean, I'll feel it more when I'm driving. It's a little harder as a passenger to fully pick up on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely better. Maybe I could just like hear the tires a lot more around there.
You were pushing it more.
So definitely improvement.
Yeah. I'm just stopping there. I feel like I would have expected a little bit more back and forth. see how it feels here. Now through here, this is where it started getting real rough. Curious.
Yeah.
That's reduced. It's still there.
I don't think it's bad enough pushing it more through here too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something about the pavement in there that a lot of chatter.
Yes, it's improved though.
It
Definitely
is.
improved.
Yeah. Yeah, just coming off of any unevenness, it just recovers. It stops. You don't feel that excessive movement afterward. And it's one of those too that probably a lot of people wouldn't realize just how much movement there was before until they put these shocks on and actually felt the difference. Like
Right.
It's like you kind of don't know how much
Yeah.
better it could be. It's the challenge of Class C's visibility.
40-mile-an-hour turn, I'd run right there at 50, no problem.
It's a lot more flat. That low speed damping is cutting down on that sway.
Yeah, the ride quality. I mean, it's like this FSD's that frequency selective damping's really working on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Just as a passenger. Boy. Alright, yeah, we made it. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm gonna make stuff go flying. That's that initial turn in. That's a dramatic difference.
Yeah.
Just on the sway. Like, if you would have told me that you put a stronger front sway bar on there too, I probably would have believed you. Like, it really feels like it's cutting down on that.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm not getting the same kind of bounce.
No, it felt like it was bouncing off of the factory overloads on the back of it.
Yeah. I am definitely carrying more speed through here now just because my confidence is higher. It's a lot more predictable, more stable, and quieter. Yeah.
Frequency selective damping's really working.
Yeah. KONI really nailed it on these. I'm very impressed. Yeah, if you've got a F550 F600 Super C, you're looking for a better ride quality and more control, I'd say those KONI FSDs are really going to give you both. Wow, yeah, just through there, it's a lot more. Like, you still have that harshness from the springs, but it's not as sharp. Yeah, it's so much quieter along here. It's really transformed the way this thing drives.
Felt good to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really complements the sway bars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do go hand in hand. Some people say, oh, all you need is shocks. You know, you don't need a stiffer sway bar. Or some people may just put a sway bar on it, but they work differently, you know.
Yeah.
Sway bar, that limits your steady state lean, and it also does help on that initial turn in, versus the shocks really help the cycles back and forth, and also on that initial turn in too.
Yeah.
Shocks dampen. Sway bars are, basically your spring.
Since they're not gas charged, people think, oh, without gas charged, you can have more roll. That's not true.
No. Yeah, you can have a really strong non-gas charged twin tube, and you can have a really weak spongy monotube. It just comes down to how are they valved. All right. Well, thanks, Dad, for your help with this.
Hey, very
And
welcome. It was fun.
that was fun.
I want more time behind the wheel and driving these things too. If I'm going to be doing shows, I like to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we'll have to get you out for some more road tests. Yeah, if you've got one of these things, F550, F600, give us a call, SuperSteerParts.com, 888-898-3281. You can also come to our shop in Grants Pass, Oregon. Henderson's lineup, you can call us there, 541-479-2882. Got a lot for the Super Cs. We can really help them out. A lot for really any kind of motorhome. So, until next time, want to wish you all safer and happier driving. Thank you.
Amen.